Can a lion be man's best friend? Or can a man forego civilization to be accepted by a werewolf pack? In our feature today, we'll be showing some of the best kinds of love stories you'll ever hear of. Some are even better than the Romeo and Juliet romance, and the ending will put to shame all the young adult romance novels you've been reading. Stay tuned to see how humans fall in love with exotic animals and vice versa. Number 11. Tippi Hedren's life around the king of the jungle. If the name Tippi Hedren doesn't ring a bell, then it's about time you upped your movie game. Besides being a phenomenal actress, Tippi Hedren has had the weirdest relationship with a lion. Yes, the biggest cat that reigns supreme in the jungle. Growing up in a well-off background, she had access to stuff that not many other kids did. They had an actual assortment of exquisite animals, and the Lion King was their favorite. Everyone at home enjoyed his company and was even allowed to sleep inside. Jeez. The thought of that just gave me goosebumps. Can you imagine yourself sleeping in the same room, let alone the same bed with a lion? But this wasn't a big deal for Miss Tippi and her folks, who share a deep relationship with this apex predator. An incident that occurred on their premises, where the house cat attacked and injured a couple of people, brought to life the infamous movie Roar, which featured Tippi the lion. You should check it out and have a feel of what living with a big cat looks like. Yikes. Everything about it sounds just too risky to attempt. But it's an ordinary day for the Hardens. Number 10. Hulk the giant pit bull. Unlike lions, dogs are man's best friend and come in handy at keeping the family safe and sound. The realization of the importance of dogs in the security lineup has brought about immense advancement in the breeding and grooming of these exotic breeds. Hulk, a giant pit bull, has caught the eyes of many, as it's the largest of its kind alive today. Picture the largest dog you've ever seen, and then double it. This is how big Hulk is described. Despite having such an intimidating appearance, the exotic breed is a darling and also a perfect family member. Hulk enjoys children's company, and when off duty, he shows some affection to the toddler in the house. The high discipline and IQ displayed by the pit bull just make me consider owning one. How about you? Number 9. Living with tigers. Tigers are said to be more brutal than any other cat out there, but some of us have established a unique connection with our tiger pets. This family has owned a streak of tigers for the past 10 years or so. Believe me, in all those years, there hasn't been any report of an incident in their household. The tigers are very fond of the kids and also very gentle around them. Living with wild animals without a designated residence for them sounds impossible, but is actually doable. I mean, wildlife enthusiasts have shown us it's possible to coexist with animals such as tigers under one roof. Number 8. Monkey Baby and his family. Do you remember that kid when you were young who just wanted to stay in the house? They could even move in if you let them. Now, in place of that kid, put a monkey. I know it sounds unreal, but this family in India has a different tale to tell us after a stubborn monkey refused to leave their infant alone for days. All it wanted was to pet the baby and even cuddle with it when it took a nap. The only time he allowed anyone near was when the baby needed to feed. Soon the monkey had integrated so well with the whole family that even he benefited from the numerous back rubs and permission to sleep beside the baby he so adored. Number 7. One with the wolves. In today's world, nothing is impossible, and many people go to extreme lengths to prove their love to their soulmates, even if that means recreating Tarzan. Together with the insane wildlife experience, Sean Ellis, an animal lover, showed that love sure can make you do crazy things. He abandoned civilization and moved out into the forest. Yes, you heard that right. He did this all to be in the company of a pack of wolves. He ate like them, slept like them, and didn't take a shower for as long as he was in their company. Their love was so intense that they crowned him their leader, as he was the only parent they had known since their mother abandoned them while young. Number 6. Trucker and Owl Buddy. For most truckers, having any birds inside your truck is by far the worst nightmare ever. But for this specific trucker, having his owl is as normal as eating from a plate. It was an unexpected love story between the two that only grew stronger as they spent more time together. Today, it's impossible to separate the two buddies, even if that means a long drive away from home and back. If this isn't love, I don't know what is. Number 5. Snake Village. Deep in the Asian country called Cambodia lies a very strange way of life where snakes are a part of the community. So much so that a 3-month-old baby was able to adopt a giant python as a pet. After, the large snake slithered its way into the boy's home and just stayed by his side. At first, the parents were shocked and caught the snake to let it go into the forest. It wasn't until the next day that they realized that their efforts had failed, and the same snake had come back to spend time with the boy. After the failed attempt, they gave up on fighting against love and adopted the python as a pet for their son. Their love flourished as they both enjoyed each other's company day in and day out. Number 4. The Donkey and the Lady. Did you know how donkeys hug? Hold on tight, because you'll be swept up from between your legs into the air and over their shoulders, hoping that they could feel your head over their backs. Or, as they'd call it, a donkey hug. Joplin's owner didn't know that, but after 4 years of having him as a pet in their home, she knows that all too well. Their relationship is nothing but perfect as they follow each other around their home, doing house chores and playing around. After a long day's work, they take a rest in their house for a bit before they can have lunch. While most days having him around the house is okay, you can't get any alone time. When they try to lock the door, Joplin the donkey simply opens it with one smooth move. Number 3. Hornbill and Asian Friend. Even though keeping birds as pets are becoming a popular trend, and I don't know if many people are particularly enthusiastic about keeping a hornbill. For starters, they have a very specific diet they need to follow, which is mostly meat and fruit. There's also the fact that they aren't the most beautiful bird species. On top of that, there's so many other birds a person can own. However, none of those reasons stop this guy from adopting this uncanny pet. From the looks of it, it was the best decision he ever made, as now he has a friend to take to the office with him every day. Number 2. Real-life Tarzan. Tarzan has us believing that to impress an animal kingdom, you need to live with no clothes on and live in the jungle swinging your body from tree to tree. But showing that you truly love someone, even if the person is a gorilla, doesn't have to be that hard, right? Damien Aspen was able to impress his girlfriend, all the while fully clothed in a shirt and jeans. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, what does it take to build such a unique friendship? According to Damien, all he did was truly show that he cared for the gorilla when he truly needed it. This small gesture left a lasting impression in the gorilla's heart, and even after being released back into the wild, he screams with joy when he sees Damien come by. Isn't love beautiful? Number 1. Rufus the kangaroo. For everyone who yells, "Don't be a couch potato," have you met Rufus the kangaroo? He enjoys lounging on the couch of his caregivers and sometimes even spends the night. This is a very strange character trait considering this is a real-life kangaroo. Not to mention, his boxing skills are just on another level. I don't know about you, but I'll dread sleeping in the same house as him for safety purposes. His parents are, however, very comfortable with spending the night and enjoying a football match a couple of times a week. The love shared between them is so free that Rufus doesn't feel any shame letting out a large fart every so often.